but I definitely have a lot to offer to the table as far as my work ethic goes, my drive goes, my skill goes. I think that, I've definitely worked hard to be where I am today. And I try to learn new things every day. I always take criticism the best way that I can and improve my skill.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Connect Through Beauty. Today's episode, I have Carissa Mandrakia. She is an esthetician at Lords and Ladies in Gilbertsville, PA, and she is just an absolute beautiful person inside and out, and I'm just so happy to have her on the podcast today. I just love speaking with her. I've known her for a couple of years now, and she's just my goodness, just a sweet, sweet person. She tells her story of, getting out of high school and going in one direction and then pivoting into another later in life. And I feel like, we all can kind of relate to that as we evolve ourselves and as we continue to grow. And I love that, in this industry, you totally can do that. And I love that we welcome everyone, right? So like any spot that you're in your life, no matter where you are, you can always make this your career and your number one choice. And that is totally what she did. And she is absolutely killing it. So listen in and keep staying connected. When was it that when did you graduate high school, I would say? Take me back there. Tell me that story.
Okay. So when I graduated high school 2013, and then from there, I feel like it's almost with everyone. You get out of high school, you're like, what am I supposed to do with my life? You get out and you're trying to figure it out. And I've always loved the beauty industry, but when I was growing up, I came from the world of, you need a college education before you can do anything else with your life.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to college and I went there for about 2 years, and I went to Indiana University of Pennsylvania, which is 5 hours away from home. So, got a little homesick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. And then from there, my parents got divorced. So at that time, I just realized, it's best for me to go home. I need to, help my mom financially at that time, which, I love my mom. I will do anything for my mom. So I went back home and I enrolled into Montgomery County Community College. And I studied communications. I worked full-time, and then I went to school full-time. And from there, I loved working with people. I loved talking to people. And I actually, did a whole talk show, which is kind of the background as to why I started the Talk About It Tuesdays, because I, love talking to people, loved hearing their stories, loved just talking in general about anything. So, amazing. Yeah.
Well, can you tell us more about that Talk About It Tuesday too?
Yeah, absolutely. So every Tuesday, I get on my phone, I, make myself look pretty, and, and I talk about something that really I love about the med spa or the salon, or just something that Lords and Ladies does in general. My first ever Talk About It Tuesday, I talked about IntelliShade, which if no one is using IntelliShade right now, go use it. It's the best thing ever.
I'll link it into our podcast.
Oh yes. It's just I just thought it was such a great product. And, I wanted people that followed me on social media just to know more about what I do, the products I use, stuff like that. And it was kind of cool because people really liked it. So I just made it a habit of every Tuesday. I get on, when I'm not with a client, and I just talk, and I make it fun. I get someone from the salon, to talk with me. We talked about gold the one week, we talked about Cezanne the one week. We get on and we just make it fun. And I try not to make it too long, but just try to make it fun for everyone, so that way people can understand what we do at Lords and Ladies. Because I feel like social media is the best way to get any kind of news or information out to anyone nowadays. No one, I mean, they're like magazines and everything, but think about it. People are going to look at their social media before they pick up a magazine now.
Yeah. No, it's so right. So this is awesome. I mean, I love your talk about it Tuesday. I mean, I think it really is absolutely incredible that you have started something like that, but I had no idea that you prior had this talk show. So tell me about that. Let's go back to that. I love this.
Yeah. So I did a talk show. I was on, so I did like a Monka radio thing, and then I forget what the show was. Oh gosh, it's on YouTube. You can probably look it up.
Love
but
it.
but yeah, I talked to different people. I talked to I actually talked to like political people. I've talked to just students. I talked to oh gosh, I think I talked to someone that worked at like the SPCA. It was just different people from all around the community, and what they did. And I really just learned a lot about really listening to people, what they do, what inspires them. And I think from there, that's kind of where I started to learn more about myself, because you're hearing why everyone else got inspired. And from doing that talk show, I loved just being with people. And unfortunately for me, money was a big point, and I didn't want to go to school for something else. So I worked in corporate America, and from there 2020 happened, and we all know we kind of had to take a step back and say, what am I doing with my life? And once that happened, I hated what I was doing. I was crying. I was just in a bad place mentally. And I'm very lucky, because my fiance sat me down and he goes, Carissa, what do you want to do with your life? He goes, if money was not an option, what would you do with your life? And I said, I want to be an esthetician. I love to be around people. I love making people feel good. I love doing makeup. I love doing skin. I said, I cannot do hair for a darn, so I probably wouldn't be a cosmetologist, but I want to be an esthetician. So he's like, all right. He goes, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to figure it out. And I was able to get the funds, and I went to school, and I graduated esthetician school July 28th, 2021, I graduated. And from there, I was lucky enough to know you from being my spin instructor. And it's something that I really loved about doing spin, if no one's ever done it, is you really got to think about yourself and your goals. And when we took that one song, when it just all the lights went down, and you just said something inspirational every week, it just really inspired me to think about myself. What do you want to do with your life? And finally I told you, I'm like, hey, I know you work at Lords and Ladies. I want to be an esthetician.
I love
it. From there, it just kind of worked out. Jackie was in the room one day, and you're telling her, hey, she wants to be an esthetician. So
oh, I love it.
Oh man. But yeah, so I'm a true believer on everything, works out for a reason, and everything, you take all these different paths to do different things. But yeah, I definitely think I was meant to be at that studio at that time to meet you, to be where I am today. Definitely.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. And it's true. I mean, I have learned a lot about myself through that experience, for sure. pushing yourself in a different way out of your comfort zone. You talk about that a lot on this podcast, but it's true. I mean, you're not growing if you're not doing that. You know, you're
Mhm.
kind of sitting still. Sitting still is a dangerous place to be sometimes when you are still and you're not moving forward. You tend to just kind of get into I don't want to say a rut, but it's more or less like you're not motivated. You're not looking at the bigger picture.
Mhm.
And
Absolutely.
um, I'm a huge believer in, you know, this is the only life that you get to live. This one life that you're in right now is the only time that you get to do it. So it's, you know, time goes by so fast. I can't believe it. Right. Like, I mean, I honestly really can't even believe it's October. Like,
I know. Summer went by too quick for me. I'm sorry. I need another 2 months, but
before we know it, we're going to be shopping for Christmas. Like,
oh my gosh, I know. It's crazy. But I mean, the plus side is, the salon picks up during it. So I am so ready for that rush, let me tell you.
oh my goodness. Yes. Have you been through a Christmas season?
So, kind of, and not really. Kind of yes and no. I started waxing the week after Thanksgiving last year, and I was just waxing. So this will be my first season where I'm doing waxing and facials and hydrofacials and all that fun stuff. So
Amazing.
it's yes, I'm so excited.
Amazing, amazing. So tell us more about that too. Like dive into like, you know, what a day-to-day looks like for you. Like when you're in that room, you know, I'm someone that's interested in, you know, aesthetics and becoming a skincare expert. Like what does that look like?
So a day to day for me, definitely ranges. And it also depends on the time of year too. Right now, we are in our slower season, which is totally fine. It helps me, work on my skill. I get to practice more on my, my coworkers. But I mean, typically a day to day, I get to do some eyebrow waxes, some lip waxes. I do some spray tans, and I do all different kinds of facials. So, depending on your type of skin, I always recommend coming in for a consultation, whether it's that day you want to get a facial or a different day. And, I just sit down with who's ever in my room that day and just ask them, what do you want to improve on with your skin? Do you have acne? Are you someone that you feel, wants to work on anti-aging? Do you just want to feel good and you need an hour just to relax and get away from your busy life? Because honestly, a lot of people do that. We make them feel good. You leave with a glowing face, and then you get like a mini massage with it. So, why not? Um, but we do hydrofacials, which is something I absolutely love doing.
Oh, my
I
favorite.
just got, can you hear me?
Yes, my
Oh,
favorite.
oh, yes. I love hydrofacials. I just got back from Dallas, Texas, where I got to do a hydrofacial experience with one of the other estheticians from Perfuminville, Catherine. And it was honestly such a game changer for me. I learned all about different techniques. I learned how different estheticians just work differently with clients. I got to learn more about my wording when it comes to working with people's skin. And it just really motivated me to
Mm,
really, really talk to my clients more about the importance of skincare. And I can't wait for
yeah.
Christmas time and just to show everyone, like, come make your skin look beautiful and glowy. And because, we don't, us as human beings, skincare is something that really came into play. I want to say 10 years ago is when people really
Mm,
started understanding the importance of skincare. I mean,
I
I mean,
agree.
and I don't know what for you, but I mean, I know I talked to like my mom and even myself. Like I would go outside with I don't know, baby oil on and like,
Mm,
tan because I didn't know any better. I just
sure.
wanted to look tan. That was the cool thing. Jersey Shore was a huge thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh man, we were fist bumping in the club and getting our tans on. So,
I love it. Oh my God.
but so now I'm like, I'm thinking about it, like, oh my gosh, I used to use tanning beds. I used to do all that, and
Mm-hmm.
90, I would say 95% of the people that come into my door have done that because we didn't know. Now you're hearing all these commercials about the importance of like what is hyaluronic acid, why you should get a facial, why you should start using a moisturizer, start using an SPF daily, especially in the winter time. It's all
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff that I'm really trying to educate people on, because we haven't had the resources before. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that, the more people that come in, I can show them, hey, skincare is just as important as getting your hair done every 6 weeks, just as important as getting your nails done every 2 to 3 weeks. It should
Mhm.
definitely be a top priority for everyone.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I feel like I watched my mom, actually my mom, growing up, I've watched her take care of her skin like it was a necessity. And
Hmm.
watching her has definitely helped me understand the importance of taking care of your skin. She has absolutely beautiful skin, and I wish that I did it earlier. I feel like we all can say that I wish I started taking care of my skin earlier, but that's made me um, actually teach my daughters how to take care of their skin now, and they're 8 and 9. So like, we wash our face, we brush our teeth, we brush our hair. It's like
Right, exactly.
this is the routine, and just to get into a routine like that is like so important, right?
Hmm. Well, and especially at a young age too, like, just I know your girls are so young, but even just knowing the importance of, hey, wash your face every day. You were outside, you were sweating, doing whatever. And I think that's a big problem too with teenagers because they didn't they didn't wash their face every night, and now they're 13, 14, 15, 16, however old they are. They're getting these acne breakouts, and they get very self-conscious. And I get it. I was there. I was that awkward teenager, and I suffered with back knee. It was, oh my gosh, it was terrible. I just wanted to crawl into a hole.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's stuff like that where I think, the younger we educate people on, just it doesn't have to be crazy. You don't need all the stuff right away. Just a basic, a cleanser and a moisturizer and an SPF just to start with. That's going to make a huge difference in your skin.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you do for yourself, like to keep yourself really focused on you have so much drive and you have so much passion for what you do. And I know it can be, in our business as service providers, whether you're doing hair or you're doing skin, it can be an up and down emotional experience as we continue to grow our career and our books, and as we kind of go on this journey. So, tell us a little bit about your routines and what you do to focus yourself.
Absolutely. Well, one of the biggest things I think that I do, is I like to surround myself with driven people. And
Mhm.
one thing I'm going to take away from Terry when he talks about, you know, really just in order to succeed, you need to surround yourself with people who are better than you. And
Mhm.
that's what I like to do. I really look up to estheticians in this industry that have so much experience and do things that I don't do yet because they've been doing this for a long time. I can learn from them. I know I have a long way to go as far as skincare goes, but just surrounding myself with those kinds of people, and even if they're not in the skincare industry, just people that are so driven and love what they do, it's a big factor on my life.
Mhm.
All of my good friends, they are doctors or they own their own businesses because we all understand the importance of hard work is going to get you somewhere in life. You just sitting and, just doing nothing, it's not going to do anything for you. And, I think that's a big reason as to why I like to stay driven. But I mean, I've always been a very competitive person, and, not in a negative way, just like I'm always competitive with
Mhm.
myself. I
Yeah.
should say. I like to do better, and, I want to be that person that can, buy their own beach house one day. I want to be able to say, hey, I want to have a boat if I have a beach house. It's stuff like that. I like nice things. I like Louis Vuitton. I like all that stuff. You can't
Yeah.
do that stuff if you're just sitting waiting around for someone to walk into your door saying, "Hey, I think I need an eyebrow wax." No, you have to go. I am privileged enough to work where, I work with one of the nail techs here who we have a very good we have very good chemistry with one another, and we talk all the time, and I talk with her clients, and we kind of have that bouncy ball effect where if they go to her, they come to me, and,
I
we
love it.
talk about facials and, all that kind of stuff, because they're sitting there, they're getting their nails done, they have time to hear, what I do on a day-to-day basis. um but, other than that, I really like to get my name out there, whether it's through social media, my Talk About It Tuesdays, just, even if I go to restaurants, I always have a referral card with me, and I always have my business card with me. And
Mm.
I really just, if someone's asking me, "Oh, what do you do?" "Oh, your eyebrows look great." I say, "Oh, well, I'm an esthetician. Here's my card. And have you never been to the salon? Great. There's my referral card for you. Come in and see me. You get $20 off your first service with me." And I think that's been a big key factor for myself as far as my my success so far.
Oh, that is amazing. I mean, that is probably number one. And next to continued education. I mean, you
Mhm.
went into talking about how you just went to Dallas and you had this amazing continued education experience. I mean, that's so important to continue expanding your knowledge.
Mhm.
Uh,
Absolutely.
but then, you really touched on that this business is not something where you actively just sit and wait for people.
No.
You need to actively go out and get your name out there, and exactly what you're saying with social media, with in social networks, when you're out and about and you're talking to people. I mean, that is huge, and a huge part of this business is networking, and just kind of socializing with the people that definitely, like you're saying, surround yourself with people that are better than you, and linking up with someone that does nails or hair. We have an awesome setup in the salon where we really can do that, where you're linking up with people that are that definitely want the same things in both businesses, right? So it's really insanely awesome to hear you say that, and have done, and you are doing an incredible job with it. It's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. And, one thing I really like to tell anyone that's new into this industry, it will come. You just
Mm-hmm.
have to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sit in your room all day. You can't, just expect people to come to you. Yes, there will be people that will call in, especially during the busy time, and you will get that one or two. But if they are new, it's so important in this industry to say, "Hey, I want to see you in 2 weeks again for your eyebrows. I
Yeah.
want to see you in 4 to 6 weeks for your facial." And I think the more that new estheticians understand the importance of, don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to tell them you want to see them again. And I know it's hard, especially, in today's world, because we're not always face to face. We get scared to ask those questions. It's fine. They are coming to you. They are coming to see you for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them why they need to come back.
Yeah. I love that. like so much. I love the confidence that you have in just even saying that statement. And it's true, you really go through, like I said in the beginning, like I feel like you go through these emotional ups and downs with starting out, with building your business and having that network of people. And if you just keep going, it makes a world of a difference. Don't
Absolutely.
stop, keep going, keep doing the things, keep connecting with people, uh, be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I was just on a meeting today earlier, and they're talking about, what is the one thing that you see that's a struggle when people are starting in your company. And I said, the one thing that I see is people come in with really misconstrued expectations of this industry. I don't know why, but we don't just walk in. It's not a salaried position. It's not a come in, sit down at your desk, and we have all these, duties for you to do, and this is your checklist. It really is building a business, a network of people, clients within the salon,
Mm-hmm.
and like, just, you have to be the one that is the go-getter. You have to be the one that is the one that wants it more, right? So like, I feel like if you're the one that wants it more than anybody else, you're going to be successful.
Oh yeah, and I think too, like, clients that come in here, they see that, they see who's driven in here. Like, if you're someone that's walking around talking to everyone, they're gonna ask, who is that person?
Mhm.
Why are they talking to everyone? What do they do? It's not everyone has confidence. I surely did not have confidence when I first started in this industry. I didn't know the difference between a moisturizer and a serum. I was like, what is going on here? But that's why, like you were saying before, continued education is so important. If it's not through your company, get on social media, go follow different accounts, like, if you like waxing, go follow some waxing accounts. If you like facials, go follow people that do facials. Learn through that. We have so much at the tip of our fingers now that it's 2022. I mean, it's almost impossible to say that you can't learn how to do something through your phone. I mean, obviously, yes, you do need to work on people, but learn the steps through that. Have someone that you work with say, hey, listen, I want to try this new technique. Come into my room, let's do something for free, and if you like it, tell all your clients about it.
1000%.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, that right there is huge. Having word of mouth in the salon, and that flow of conversation is just, it's huge.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, whether you're doing hair, you're doing skin, you're doing nails, we all work for Lords and Ladies. And, if we succeed, they succeed. Like, we all succeed as a company.
Mhm.
And that's why I love when I first started here, the bouncing ball was such a huge topic when I came here, and everyone's like, listen, if you really like someone, they're like, go get your hair done, go get your nails done, go see what you like doing. So that way, when you do see someone, you can refer them, because the more someone gets done at your location, the longer they're going to stay around. And I think that's huge as someone who is newer to know, because if I don't care if you don't know how to do an eyebrow wax properly, just find a friend, find someone who you click with, just be like, hey, can I practice on you? Then you're building that connection, and it's just going to make a world of difference for everyone.
Right. Yeah, and then I love the team atmosphere, and we're, again, you're so right. Like, we're all here for the same reasons, and that is so true when it comes to the team atmosphere. I love that. The camaraderie that happens in the salon is just really awesome to see.
Mm-hmm. Well, and plus too, it like, I just love working for Lords and Ladies, and I could say this over and over and over again, but like, I truly just love my job. Like, being an esthetician, being in this industry is fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much fun. Who else can say they get to go in and get and like do their hair and do their nails and just like, you know, look pretty and do
Yeah.
things to better themselves. Like
Yeah.
it's such an awesome job.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's so fun. It is, and it's so fun. Like not doing hair anymore and not kind of being out of the salon on a daily basis, just being able to be in beauty schools and watching the excitement of these students that are coming in to the industry. I mean, oh my goodness, it just like sets my heart on fire.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I just love what I do. And Ashley, thank you so much again for just getting me in here, number one, because I don't know, I love it here. Like I feel like I've found my forever home and I am just so excited to see where I am in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever it may be.
Yeah,
I can definitely see myself here for the long haul. And I am just
love it.
so excited to see, what Lords and Ladies has to offer in the future.
So and I love hearing that from you. I mean, you from the moment I've met you to now, you've just changed just tremendously in the way that you present yourself. I mean, you're just so confident, so happy. It shows all over your face. Extremely proud to know who you are and watch you grow. So I'm just so thankful too.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So what is your next steps? Like what are your next goals? What do they look like?
So my goals, I definitely want to do more as far as
Yeah.
skincare goes. I have not learned dermaplaning yet, so I definitely would love to learn dermaplaning. I want to do more as far in the future. Probably in about 2 years, I would like to learn the microneedling because I think that is just fascinating, and the results of that are just amazing. And I want to get off of specials too, which is my biggest goal. I want to be off of specials completely within a year and a half. That is my goal. And I know, it can be done as long as I keep my drive up. I know that can be done.
Yeah.
I am just looking forward to it.
That's so awesome. And you will do it. You will probably do it way sooner than that. I see that happening. Well, that's awesome. I mean, I'm excited. We definitely should do this again. We
Oh
should
yeah.
really, like touch base and see where you're at and how you're growing. I love it. And I hope that you have a great day. What's the rest of your day look like?
So I have a lot of facials tonight, tons and tons of
Ooh.
facials. I cannot wait. So right now we are featuring a pumpkin facial. So
Oh,
if you have not had a pumpkin facial yet, you definitely need one, especially in this season. The
yeah.
pumpkin facial is great for anyone that wants to work on anti-aging, that has oily acneic skin. The facial is just great for that. You leave smelling like pumpkin spice. It's a great time.
Mm. I mean, who doesn't want to smell like that?
Oh my goodness. I just
Okay.
everyone always asks me, can I eat this? I'm like, no, you can't eat it, but you can smell it.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. I love that. Yeah, I mean, totally. I really do love this time of year. It's so nice. It's like it gets me excited.
hmm
Just all the fun stuff. Well, listen, have a great day. Enjoy all your facials, and I need to come in and get to and see you.
Oh yes, come in, Ashley. I'm around. You just let me know.
You got it. Babe. All right, have a great day. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Ashley. Bye.
What a great conversation. I absolutely loved it. I loved how she really dove into how she works so hard at networking and who she surrounds herself with and the relationships that she has established in her location. Having the network of people and swapping services and the conversations between clients. I mean, that's all a part of this industry, all a part of your business and growing. Getting out there and establishing relationships is the absolute number one thing that we need to do in our business as a service provider. You must establish this network. You must get out there and put your name out there, marketing yourself, social media, any way that you can connect with clients is huge. You want to succeed and you want that goal of becoming a 6-figure service provider. Well, this is the way to do it. Set the goal, right? Those are the goals, and then start to do something each day that gets you to that goal. And if you do those things, and it's little, right? They're just little things, and you continue to be consistent, and you can't help but be successful. And, we talked about this is the only life that we get, right? Today is not going to happen again. The last 20 minutes that I just spent, with her and talking to her and having that conversation, I'm not going to get that back. But that actually fed into what's going to help her, what's going to help our industry become even better, right? So everything that you do has a purpose, has a reason. And if you have the passion for being in this industry and wanting to be successful, do those little things to get there. You got it, right? You have it. You have what it takes to be successful. You have to believe it. And then you just have to do the little things every day, make it a habit, and you'll get there. Just keep staying connected, guys. Talk soon.